guys, how are you doing? In this video I'd like to talk about recursive functions. What's a recursive function? You guys know what a function is, right? A function is something like which will do a specific task like calculating something or doing something else, whatever, but it will do some task. Well, you can do the task in the main also, but what the functions will do is, suppose if you have 1,000 tasks to do and then you can do all the 1,000 tasks in the main, you can like kind of, it will be zigzag. So all you have to do is make 1,000 function names and then assign it, like kind of do them separately so you can easily pick one if you want one. And like recursive function is something like a function call in itself. Hey, what the heck is that? Well, you guys have to look at this. Suppose I created a function factorial which will just take input and integer. This is a function prototype, you guys remember it, right? Now in this what I'm doing is I'll take an input from the user and then enter an integer. Okay, now scan it. Wait, since this is what this can be a big integer, like it's better if you use long, so use long. Okay, percent long. I think it'll work. Let's see if it'll work or not. Now since you scanned it, run x long x. Now call the function. What this factorial is, suppose if you have a number, an integer, it will multiply all the values from that number to the 1. Suppose say if you have the value 4, then it will, the factorial of 4 will be 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, like that. Got it? For every recursive function you need to give a base condition, that is you need to return something in that base condition. Here I am returning like if x is equal to 1, then it will return the value 1, because this base condition will help the factorial to what n, kind of n. You guys will see why. Else return x into factorial of x minus 1. Now let's try this. Enter an integer. I'll enter first. Let's enter simple integer. Oh, it didn't printed the value. Hurt. Okay, let's print this. Print. Here don't use percent %d, use percent %l. Okay, this is fine. What the heck? the problem here? Maybe the conversion specifier is wrong. It's written in an integer. Okay, this is fine, it's working, but let's check this with another number. Let's give 6, 720, 6 5 30, 34 is 120, 120 into 6 720, that's fine, it's working. It's a factorial. What is previously wrong was I gave a different conversion specifier for long type. Here it doesn't matter. See, this is returning an integer, but I am taking it into a long, but it still works because long and int both need only 4 byte of memory, so it works fine, just fine. Remember, I told you guys why different types of data types will be there, because of using, running the program efficiently, because both long and the int require only 4 bytes. This worked fine, so you guys don't have to worry about it. It's not a big deal. And this what is recursive function here. What happened is, when you call it, you'll take the number, and then because the number at first, suppose you will give 3, it's not equal to 1, so it will come here. It will return what it will return, that value 3 into, it will call the function again by reducing the number by 1, so it will become 3 into factorial of 2, and this factorial of 2 will itself become 2 into factorial of 1, and then the later 2 into factorial of 1 here will become that factorial of 1 again. It will go back, right? When this 1, it will return 1 here for this part, so it will be at last 3 into 2 into 1 here. Got it, right? Suppose if you give 10, it will be 10 into, it will call it again factorial of 9, so it will be 9 into factorial of 8, and that factorial of 8 will be 8 into factorial of 7, and then that will be 7 into factorial of 6, and that will be 6 into factorial of, like that. You'll keep on calling, and when it is 1 at last, it will return a 1 here. I hope you guys got it right. This is what recursive function is. These recursive programs are like kind of shit, man. Even best programmers work their ass off for writing a good program. So if you practice well, then this will be a kind of key. Like in many interviews also, they'll ask questions related to this recursive programming, because you'll reduce a lot of code here. All you did was writing 2 lines of code, and it's doing whole loopy thing here. See? So you guys, that's it for today's tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed.